Oskari for end users. I will be talking about what Oskari has to offer for those who will be using the map service. I will give a short introduction to Oskari and I'll give you a demo of what functionalities there are and how the end users can use them. And like I mentioned at the start of this webinar, my name is Juho Rekilä and I am the communications coordinator for Oskari. Oskari in a nutshell, Oskari is an open source map service application that is developed in Finland. And the aim of the map service is to help organizations to create better map applications for web browser use. Oskari can be used on desktop and mobile devices. So if you have a tablet or mobile phone, you can open the web browser and use Oskari there. You don't need a separate software or an application to use Oskari on your devices. And Oskari allows you to create a browser-based map service that is either a standard geoportal that is right here, a screenshot from paikkatietoikkuna, or you can do an extensively customizable map embed. And an example of that is here. This is from Suomen Väylät. And what things you can customize from Oskari is the appearance, the user interface, the functionalities that the end user can use. And if there's not enough functionalities out of the box, you can of course create your own functionalities or edit those that are there already. And some possibilities in Oskari. Well, the first and the main point is that you can view spatial data in a web browser. And also you can combine several different data sources and view different map layers simultaneously. So if your organization creates spatial data sets, you can share them via Oskari, but you can also share open data in the same map service from other organizations too. You can do map publishing, so you can embed maps on other websites. This can be very simple, like there's an interactive map showing Pallasjärvi and some of the nature reservation areas from the area. Or if you want, you can use the map embed as a map service of its own, like I mentioned with Suomen Väylät. You can manage user roles. You can edit who can view or edit data, what functionalities are available to the end user based on what roles the users have. And you can also create thematic maps and time series. Here is a screenshot of that. And I will also present that a bit more in detail in a couple of minutes. And Oskari has also plenty of other functionalities. There's a search bar for addresses and for map layers and metadata. You can import your own data into Oskari service or export data from the service to your own device. The end user can be located. You can view 3D data. You can also measure distances and areas on the map and so on and so forth. Like I mentioned, it works on mobile devices too. And like I mentioned, if these functionalities are not enough for you, you can create your own or improve these to better suit your needs. The benefits of Oskari include, well, first of all, it is easy to use and it makes data easier to find. Because if an organization has an open data and if they have some kind of website where they have listed all the data that they have available to the public, it's not the same as in viewing it in an actual map service and seeing what kind of map layers and what kind of data that is. So you can use Oskari as a view to the spatial data that the organization produces. And it can also be statistical data, like I mentioned. You can create thematic maps. You can easily compare different map layers. And like I mentioned, you can have a geoportal that can be used as the map service. You can take from the geoportal the map embeds to different websites as an interactive maps, or then you can create a standalone map service from a map embed. And because you can use Oskari on a mobile device, you can locate the user and you can grant the users different rights to the layers. For example, to edit layers, you can locate and edit features also outdoors using Oskari. But that's enough of the slides, and this has been only just talk up to this point. I will go now to paikkatietoikkuna and give you a quick round of the basic functionalities of Oskari and show you the map embed. So first of all, let's change the language to English. So paikkatietoikkuna is the oldest and pretty much the first Oskari instance. And I will be using paikkatietoikkuna for this demo because it has a good range of functionalities that are available for the end user, and also the whole user interface is in English. So first of all, paikkatietoikkuna has a welcome window. This is of course completely optional. We can close it for now. And if we take a look at the user interface, the map is interactive. We can move around with the mouse. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, very basic. Here is we can allow the map service to locate me, but I will be not doing that. We can show the coordinates where we are. We can also follow where the mouse cursor is moving and have the real-time coordinates running there. And also we can rotate the map if we want to. There are some different base maps. This is the usual background map, but there's also possibility to have a topographic map, auto photos, or plane maps. So we can give user a couple of different base maps to choose from when they are starting out the use of the service. And then on the left-hand side, we have the toolbar and most of the functionalities that are in use. And first of all, I will go to map layers and let's see what we have here. Paikkatietoikkuna has hundreds, and if I remember correctly, even more than 1,000 map layers available. We can see here that even statistical units, we have more than 500 map layers. And from here, if we want to search for a map layer by name, data producer, or keyword, we can do that. And now we have the map layers here by theme, but we can also order them by data provider. And if we change there, we can see that they are from city of Espoo, city of Helsinki, and so on and so forth, who have been the data providers for this Oskari map service. But I was thinking of selecting a couple of map layers from Helsinki. So let's see what we have here. We have addresses of the city of Helsinki, Helsinki region municipal borders, auto photos. Let's take one of those. And then I'm interested in noise measurements of Helsinki. Let's see. Helsinki noise assessment from 2017. Let's take one of these. So now we have here selected layers. We have 3 of them. On the bottom, we have the background map by National Land Survey of Finland. Then we have the auto photo from 1980s, and then we have the road traffic noise assessment. Now, if we zoom in, we can see all of those here on top of each other. And this is one example of combining different data sources and having multiple map layers in view at once. But what we can also do here, because now we can see the addresses because of the orthophoto, we can change the opacity of the layer. So now we can see that there's Erkinkatu and all different places here from that come from the background map. And then we can change the opacity back on to 100%. Or if we'd like to change the opacity of the noise assessment, that can be easily done too. And here's also the search. If we want to search for the location, let's say we want to see the Olympic Stadium, we can search for that. And it gives us search ideas, and I'm looking for this Olympic Stadium. It goes there and shows where the stadium is. We can zoom in there. There's also metadata search, where we can search special resources using other words. And of course, I didn't mention that now we have here these map layers selected. We would maybe like to know a bit more about the noise assessment from the 2017. So we can go here for show map legends and see what the different colors here mean for different areas. And for the auto photo, there's an info eye there, and we see the basic information, which is sadly in English, in Finnish, but there's the metadata for that map layer that we have chosen. So in Oskari, you can see the map layer, compare the different map layers, change the opacity, see the metadata properties, and also see the legends of each map layer that it is there published, and there is legend and metadata available. And of course, we can click on features, and here we can see the feature data for this very feature that I just clicked on. Well, there is not much dB low and dB high, so it has been, the decibels have been between 45 and 50. Instead of when we click on this road, the decibels have been between 65 and 70. So plenty of information from the selected map layers can be found. And if I would like to see, for example, what is the size of this area here, I mentioned earlier that there is possible to measure an area on the map. I can click here, and then I just start to click around this area. And finally, I can see that it's approximately 24 acres. And I can also delete all measurements here and cancel the measuring. If I want to measure distances, a line on a map, I can do the same thing, pretty much just click on there and the other end there, and just clicking on a map, and it will show me the distance of that line. And I can here delete all the measurements I have just made. Then the map publishing, which is one of the main functionalities, much used feature in Oskari, starts here. And in Paikkatietoikkuna, the map publishing is only for registered and logged in users. I have registered to Paikkatietoikkuna earlier, so I can just log in here and sign in. And now I can go to map publishing now that I have signed in. We'll see. First of all, the map publishing tells which map layers are publishable from this open map window. Here we can see that all of these 3 layers that I have chosen are available for publish. So I'll continue. And if memory serves me right, the only thing that is actually required when creating a map, an embedded map, is the map name. So I will put here noise Helsinki 2017. And if I'd like to, I can just click here and save. And here I have a code, an iframe code that I can embed for my own website or on your website. If you'd like to have this map for yourself, I can just copy this on clipboard and put it on any website basically. But if I'd like to do some more work on this app application, then I would put that name there, and I can then restrict embedding only to some web addresses that I would like. For example, if I'd like to publish this map only on my own website and restrict the address, to restrict embedding on any other website, I can list the allowed domains in this field. The language of the map can be changed: Finnish, English, Swedish. Here in Paikkatietoikkuna, you can of course add your own languages here. The map size can be changed to scalable, responsive, custom size, or these ready-made scale map sizes. And for map layers, I can choose to give a map layers menu for this embedded map. And now here's when I allow put the map layers on, when I tick the box for the embedded map, it creates a small icon where the end user can then click on and off the map layers. So this is a very nice feature to have. And when you are doing the map publishing, you always see what you will get when you are publishing the final map. So if I take the map layers off, it immediately changes it in this window. So I can see all the changes that I'm doing in real time and like how they will appear to the end user of this map embed. So let's put the map layers menu there. Let's show the metadata links in the map layers. And also let's put the map legends there. Now there's a small show map legends icon that is available for this map embed. Then here are the map layers listed, and I can choose one of them to be the background map. Let's put the background map as the background. And I can change the layer presentation here. So I can change the opacity of the layers. And if I happen to have an idea that, okay, I should have this and that map layer here also in this map embed, I can search for map layers and add them to this map embed. But for now, I think that everything looks good, and I can move the map around a bit. I can choose the tools for this map embed. I can allow the place search bar to be there. I can put some other map tools like measure distance, measure area, and so on. Have an index map where in Finland we are, and so on. So there are plenty of things you can do in the map publishing And of course, you can change these, and all of these will, once I press save, all of this will be in this code and behind this link. And I will copy this link for now, just this link to this map, and I will share it to you in the Teams discussion. You can go into that link. I will go there too. And now we have the map embed just like I did it in Oskari. And from one Oskari instance, you can create basically as many map publications as you like. And even though this has been made using paikkatietoikkuna, this can be, for example, my own organization or my own website, kind of a standalone map application showing all the noise level measurements in Helsinki in 2017. And this can be very handy for someone who is interested in this kind of thing. And they can choose the map layers and their visibility. And this can be either a simple map embed, or this can be a small scale map service. But is there any questions you have now? I'm thinking of going to the thematic maps. Thematic, which, yes.
Sorry, one thing. Can you show the layer swipe functionality that's like one row below the measurement tools?
Yeah.
That's for comparing the layers.
Yeah.
That wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks.
I would like to say something about this tool, but I think showing what it does is much more better way to do it. Yeah, I had also planned to give you these Oskari instances to try out yourself if you are not yet familiar with Oskari. So I tried out paikkatietoikkuna, and if you'd like to see a customized map embed, there is Suomen Väylät, which looks like this. So a bit different layout, bit different appearance and user interface, but you can select map layers and show them on the map and so on. And kalastusrajoitus.fi is also there for you to try out, which is, if I remember correctly, made as a map embed too. So some use cases there, but maybe we will have a 5-minute break and continue at what is it, 12:50. And thank you very much for good questions and discussion. It has been a pleasure. And we'll be back with Arto telling about Oskari for admins and purchases.